What's up, what's up, what's up? Once again, it's your man Chaz Ellis answering the questions that you asked me. Make sure you go to the ChazzEllisProject.com, get a quick question, get a consultation, or just make a donation to help us out. Also, make sure you check out the live stream that's going to be going on this Sunday night, May 17th, Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you check that out. I'm going to be talking about when it's time, how to know when it's time to let go, leave a situation, whether it's being a friends with benefits, whether you're in a relationship that's going nowhere, whether you're in the friend zone, whatever the situation may be. I'm also going to tell you when it's time to fight for that situation and keep going and see if you can make it better. Okay, check that out. That's going to be May 17th, this Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, make sure you check me out on AskChazzEllis on Facebook. I'm going to have the Chaz tags up. I'm going to have all kinds of videos, quotes, things of that nature. Make sure you check that out. That's going to be AskChazzEllis on Facebook. Anyway, the question that I got was from a guy who was telling me, hey, you know, where are some of the places, this is after I did a video about 3 steps to smashing on the first date. He was like, man, where are some of the places that I shouldn't take a girl on a first date just because it doesn't work out? Where are some of the places that are going to get me put in the friend zone or make my first date a disaster? Where are some of the places that I just shouldn't take a girl on a first date? That's a really good question because there actually are a lot of places that are counterproductive to what you're trying to accomplish. On a first date, generally what you're trying to do is get to know the girl and build value. Okay? You're trying to build value in yourself and you're trying to get to know that girl and see if she's somebody that you might want to keep dealing with. Now, some places are just really counterproductive and won't allow you to be able to do that in the best way. I picked out 5 places that I say you should never take a girl on a first date. The first place you should never take a girl on the first date, and it's probably going to seem like common sense to some people, and for some people it won't. A family get-together. Stay away from family get-togethers. Why do you want to stay away from family get-togethers? Because whenever you're in a date, listen to this part seriously because it's really serious and really important. Whenever you take a girl on a date, you want to lessen the amount of variables to as best as you possibly can. There are things that are going to happen that are out of your control. That's just life. But you want to take as many opportunities for some of these things to happen out of the picture as you possibly can. Okay? It's kind of like this. If I said, hey, I'm going to throw a football to you, right? And I said, you just stand right over here in front of me. I'm just going to throw this football to you. Now, if you can catch a football, you're like, okay, I can catch a football, so it's no big deal. I'm going to be able to catch it. But if I was to say, hey, get in the other end zone that's 100 yards away, and I'm going to throw this football to you. Now I just made it a little bit more difficult. If I say, okay, it's really windy outside, I made it a little more difficult. If I say, okay, I'm going to get these 2 defensive backs, and they're going to play defense on you and try to stop you from catching the ball, now I made it a lot more difficult. The more variables I add, the less likely I am to be successful because now there are more things that can go wrong. When you add your family into the picture, there are more things that can go wrong in this situation. You got mom, she might say some stuff. You got family members that might embarrass you in some kind of way. You know how that is. Also, you're putting yourself in a situation where the girl looks at it like, okay, I'm already meeting this dude's family, so clearly I have high value. She's not necessarily built any value in herself, and you're not building any value in yourself. You're basically just giving her everything. Okay, here, meet my family. You know, this doesn't mean anything to me. This isn't a big deal. So now you can't use that later on as something to show her that she has value. You kind of just throwing that out there. You know, you don't want to do that in the beginning. You don't want to let her meet people in your family, your friends, and stuff like that until you feel like, you know, this is going somewhere. Because also, you're making it more difficult if this doesn't work out and the next girl comes. After you done brought 20, 30 girls to meet your family, pretty soon people don't want to meet people anymore. Now they kind of judging them like, oh man, it's another girl that he done brought around here. Also, if she is really cool and you bring her to meet your family on a first date, then they're going to be asking about her all the time. And a lot of other girls may not seem good enough for them. So that's something you want to stay away from because there's too many variables, too many things that can mess you up. Also, you know, whenever you bring somebody to meet your family, you're really just kind of setting yourself up for a fall because it's just saying that now your family is involved and they're kind of like, you know, whatever their opinion is going to be, you made them get to have an opinion. You brought her around. Number 2 place you never want to bring a girl on a first date is a movie. A lot of people know this, a lot of people don't, because dinner and a movie is always kind of a popular thing to do. So a movie is not a good look because it goes against what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to build value and you're trying to get to know this girl. Now, if you're trying to build value, how are you building value? By taking her somewhere where you can't talk for 90 minutes. And look, if you want those people to talk all through the damn movie, quit doing that. Don't even come to the movie. Anyway, you got to make sure that you don't put yourself in that position, right? Okay, because if you're going to a movie, you're in a place where you can't talk for 90 minutes. That means that you spent your money, your time, and your energy for 90 minutes, and sometimes more, depending on how long the movie is. You spent that kind of time in investing in this situation, and you haven't said one thing to this girl that's going to get her to like you more. You haven't learned one thing about this girl that's going to get you to like her more, or get you to know whether it's somebody you want to be with. Also, you got to look at the fact that you don't know how this movie is going to affect her. You might take her to a romantic movie, and that just shows everything you're not doing. You don't know how she's going to be affected because you don't know her that well. Also, you may take her to a scary movie because you're like, oh, I like them scary movies. You take her to a scary movie, and guess what? She get all scared. Now she don't want to do nothing. She don't want to chill anymore. She's all jumpy and stuff like that because you don't know. You don't know her. All right, so that's a no-no in the movie thing. Number 3 place you never want to take a girl. A party. Okay, this is not somewhere you want to take a girl on a first date. When you take somebody to a party on a first date, you're taking somebody who you don't really know that well, and you're putting them into an environment where your friends are most likely going to be around because, that's probably who invited you to the party, right? So now your friends are around, and they're probably drunk because it's a daggone party. People get drunk at parties. Now you got your drunk friends running around telling stuff they probably ain't got no business telling, saying stuff, doing stupid stuff, and now you're in a position where you either kind of got to be uncomfortable and not really be yourself at the party, or you got to be in a situation where you're at the party trying to monitor your friends and make sure they don't do anything stupid, or worst case scenario, you're getting drunk and acting a daggone donkey at the party, and she's like, wow, this is the kind of guy I'm dealing with? Because she hasn't had a time to invest in you or get to know you or anything. All she knows is you get toasted at parties, and she could get toasted at a party. And now you got to take care of her, and you're not having fun with your friends. Your friends might see her in her worst element. So taking somebody to a party can be really, really overwhelming. It can be a lot of pressure to put on that person, and it can be a lot of pressure to put on yourself. So you don't really want to do that because, once again, you're adding unnecessary variables that can make things go sideways when they really didn't have to. Number 4 place you don't want to take somebody on a first date. You don't want to take your girl to a club on a first date. Now, I know you're probably like, well, party and club, isn't that kind of the same thing? No, because a lot of times you don't really know people at a club. These are not your friends. These are people that just come to a club. Anybody who paid $10 can come to this club. So you don't want to be involved in a situation where you have no real claim or no real investment in this person. They have no real investment in you, but you're bringing them to a place that's really a meat market. Okay, now you might end up buying this girl drinks. You might end up, and this could put you in a situation where you got to look cheap if you don't want to buy drinks. Why put yourself in that position where you're like, oh, well, I ain't trying to buy you no drinks. Now you look cheap. So why even go there? Now, or you have to spend your money and buy drinks, but you're buying drinks for somebody you're not really with. So she might see another dude. He might try to talk to her. Now you got to be put in that awkward position where you're like, okay, this isn't even my girl, so should I say something? Does she want me to say something? Is he making her uncomfortable? Like, what should I do? Putting yourself in awkward positions. Somebody might ask her to dance or something like that, or try to dance with her. Now you're kind of like, should I say something? No, or should I don't know. Like, do I look like a sucker if I don't defend her or come up here? Or do I look like I'm, crazy and trying to act like this is my girl when it's not? You're throwing yourself into messed up positions. You're adding variables that could go wrong. So don't take somebody to a club because you don't know what might happen at that club. You don't have enough investment in her. She doesn't have enough investment in you. You might spend $40, $50 on drinks, and she might actually get another dude's number. Now you're feeling sick. Okay, so don't put yourself in that position, especially when you don't necessarily have an investment and she doesn't have an investment in you, because it leaves you with an expectation that may not happen. Number 5, last one. The number 5 place you don't want to take a girl on a first date is an expensive dinner. I know it's going to be some women like, oh, that's messed up. Why can't they take us to an expensive dinner? Because it's all about investment. You have invested in this person at such a high level way before you've even got to know whether you like them or not. And you also have given yourself nowhere to go. You take them to an expensive dinner the first date. Okay, what are you going to do the next day? You going to take them to McDonald's? I mean, you have to keep doing more. Otherwise, you're going to kind of look like somebody who's like taking them for granted or whatever. You want to let people spend some time with you and build some value with you so they earn the next great date. You know, not like I'm just going to jump out there and just throw all my money out of my pocket. Generally, we have a finite amount of resources. And if we jump out there and we spend all our resources on a first date, then we're getting in a position where we're kind of trapped with that person and we're going to put up with some stuff we normally wouldn't. So don't put yourself in a position where you're spending a whole lot of money. So don't take her to an expensive dinner or anything that you know is going to cost you a lot of money. Don't spend that money on that first date. Keep it low. Keep it to whatever you can afford, without really hurting yourself. And get to know the girl, get to fill her out. If she doesn't like that and she won't just chill with you, go find somebody else who will. Not that big of a deal. So that's my information for that. Hopefully I was able to help you out. Once again, it's your man Chaz Ellis. Make sure you check out the ChazzEllisProject.com. Also check out that live stream that's going on this Sunday night, May 17th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And go to Ask Chaz Ellis on Facebook. Check me out there too. Peace. Like and subscribe. Share this video with somebody else.